So I am in the mega hub airport here at Nuuk. A total of 3 flights today. This brand new airport was built to accommodate the significant number of tourists who are coming to Greenland as of late. It is tiny. It is a very, very small terminal. We'll have a quick look around this super terminal in a minute, but welcome to this video. This is not actually about my Iceland Air flight from Nuuk to Reykjavik. It is about whether you can spend the night in Keflavik Airport and not have to pay the extortionate hotel fees to stay overnight when you've got an early morning flight back from Keflavik. But we do have a 2.5 hour flight from Nuuk to Keflavik to get to Keflavik, and we'll be doing that in about 2 hours time. I was told to arrive with plenty of time. I was through security in about 10 seconds. So that's the runway. Absolutely no activity. There's just one more flight tonight, and then there's a cafe across there, and that's pretty much it for Nuuk Airport. And this is supposed to handle the millions of passengers who are going to be coming to Greenland over the coming years. Alright then. Complete unorganised chaos here. 2 flights boarding right next to each other. So the passport requirement seems to have taken a few people by surprise. You don't need a passport to come from Iceland to Greenland, but now they're asking people to show their passports to get on the plane, and a few people obviously haven't brought one, so we might be delayed. So I was hoping this wouldn't happen. We've come out straight into the baggage reclaim area, and then we now have to leave the transit area and then go to the land side to then check in again and go through security to get back into the airport. So my plan to spend the night in the secure bit of the airport may have been scuppered, but we'll see if the security's still open. It's now midnight. My flight is 8 a.m. in the morning. Boarding is at 7:10, so I've probably got about 7 hours to kill. I need to find somewhere quiet to try and get a few hours sleep, but to do that I really need to be in the secure area, airside. So let's see if we can get through. Yeah, this is not good. We now need to try and see if we can get through security, but it may be shut because there's no more flights tonight. Right, so my plan has been scuppered. I've got my boarding pass, but security is now shut. It's not open again until 4:30 in the morning, and security are currently pushing people outside of the building in -5 Celsius and rain. I thought I'd be able to go straight into the Schengen area because there's no passport checks to get to or from Greenland from Iceland, but we came out straight into the baggage reclaim area, and now I'm stuck. There's also no shops or restaurants or anything open either. So I now need to find somewhere near the airport to waste a few hours before I can go through security. Crap. So security have just pushed us out here, the back end of the airport, and there's nobody else around. And it's raining, so I might be stuck here for 5 hours. So I really need the toilet, but they all seem to be shut. In the check-in bit, the front of the airport, the landside bit, this is going to be a hell of a night. So they've shut the men's toilets, but not the women's. So it is absolutely deserted. The last flight to leave is to Riga. It's just gone off the board. So it's now 12:48. I'd say we've got about 3.5 hours before we can go through security. So let's figure out what we can do. We can definitely go and weigh our cabin bag. We're allowed 10 kilos. Let's see what this bag weighs. Oh, we're fine. We've got another 2 kilos we could squeeze something into. Well, let's have a wander around the small bit of the airport we can actually access. So there's this big, is it an onion? It's like a big onion in the middle of a pond. No idea. I'm not actually sure whether I'm meant to be at this part of the airport or not. It seems to have a lot of fences around it. But the northern lights are out. I can see them with my eyes. Usually you need a camera, but I can definitely see them. But it is quite cold and rainy, so it's not the best time to be walking around outside an airport terminal. So let's try and head back inside. Luckily I brought a few snacks with me to get me through the next few hours. So I've got some good news and I've got some bad news. The bad news is I still can't get through security because it's shut. The good news is the security opens at 4, not 4:30, and the even better good news is while I'm waiting I can get a free Iceland cabin bag thing. That's just what I need. This will get me through the night. 3 more hours. Come on, Joe, you can do this. So security have stopped me twice, asking why I'm walking around the airport. My answer to one of them was, well, there's no seats inside. So they said to me, well, go and get a hotel then. Which is a fair response. Unless they're paying for it though. It's not happening. I've been walking around the airport now for about half an hour, just going around in circles. The time is going really slowly. The last flybus into central Reykjavik has also left. What I was thinking of doing is getting the bus to the BSI bus terminal in central Reykjavik and then getting it back again, and then I saw that it would cost nearly £50 return and thought, yeah, that ain't happening. I found a few other people hogging all the uncomfortable metal chairs, but it doesn't look like I'm going to be getting any sleep tonight. So 3 hours, I might as well come outside. Wish I was in that hotel that you might just be able to see in the darkness. Literally the Aurora Hotel right across from the terminal building. I've just checked on booking.com, £285 for one night. So it's a couple of hours of comfort for 200 and odd quid, or slum it at Keflavik Airport for another couple of hours. It's now gone 1 o'clock. That means 7 hours till my flight leaves, 6 hours until boarding begins if it's on time, 3 hours before I can get through security. We can do this. Let's just keep walking around the airport perimeter and see what we find. Maybe the northern lights will come out. Who knows? There's always light at the end of the rainbow. Isn't that what they say? Let's walk down the Rainbow Road and see what we find. Oh, the Rainbow Road has ended. That's some grass that's wet. Why do I do this? Because my flight arrived after midnight. That's why I'm not paying 200 quid for a hotel for a couple of hours. I'm from the north of England. I'm tight with money. Okay. Now 3:45 in the morning, 15 minutes until security is due to open. The first flight to Jerez in Spain is checking in, but the check-in hall is almost still empty. I've been to Keflavik a few times, even early in the morning, and you can't move in that place. So Jerez, though, I find quite an odd destination for Icelander to be flying to. I've never heard of the place. It's apparently in Spain somewhere. But we should be able to go through security soon. I want to get through before the hordes of Chinese tourists start arriving, because there's a couple of tour groups with Chinese flags arriving, so I want to get through before them, otherwise we could be stood in security for an hour. Just freshen up for the night after not having a shower. Was about £30 worth of squirt. So let's head into the main bit of the terminal now, see if there's any food we can get. I'm quite hungry. It's 4 AM, second person through security this morning. So I was second through security. It's now not far off 4:15. There are 2 priority pass restaurants here. There's no lounges. A restaurant bar place called John Fruin over here, and then Elder just as you walk through the duty free shop. Let's go and see if there's anything I'd actually want to eat. Whether I actually want to eat at 4, 5, 6 in the morning whenever they open. We'll have to go through the D gates and passport control at some point, but we don't board till 7:10, so we've still got a bit of time yet. Let's see if they do anything on the menu. Yeah, there's nothing I can actually eat on that one. So let's go and see what John Fruin serves, and then I might do a bit of browsing in the 66 degrees north Iceland clothing shop and see how big of a mortgage I'd have to take out to buy a woolly jumper. I'm doing okay actually, given that I haven't slept for probably 28 hours so far. I'm doing okay. I could do with a coffee. I haven't had a coffee for 6 months. I could do with one now. But doing okay. I've never seen Keflavik Airport this quiet. It won't stay this way, I'm sure. There's going to be a pile of flights coming now, between 7 and 8. There's about 12 flights, so it's going to get quite busy in here. Somebody's had a good night. They got through security early, spent the night in the secure area, airside, and they've had a couple of pints and a pizza by the sounds of it. Come and get your Iceland football kits, just in time for Christmas. Not much happening on the runway at this time in the morning, at 25 past 4. Let's have a wander around the airport, stay awake. Even passport control is shut at this time. It only opens at 6 AM, so we've got about an hour and a half to wait before we can even go through to the passport control area. There's not much here. So there's a fridge over there where you can grab a drink and a snack or a fruit bowl or something. And it says just help yourself, scan at a self-scan checkout, and they're trusting people. The only problem is none of the 2 self-scan checkouts are actually working. It says 24/7 shop, but only when the checkouts are working. So there's some people down here near the A gates. Are these the C gates? Near the C gates. They look like they've been asleep for a while. So they must have got in just before security closed last night. Lucky people. So this flight has just arrived from Seattle. 8 hours on an A321. No thanks. But the airport's starting to come to life now. There's planes landing, taking off. The terminal's getting busier. A lot of people have checked in, and 9 minutes till we can go through passport control, and then 2 hours before we fly back to Manchester. Right, it's now 6:15 in the morning. Passport control is open. So we should probably go and see how busy it is now that a whole flight from Seattle has just arrived. And all of the passengers will have been dropped off in the bit that we need to go to, the D gates. But before I fall asleep, it's getting to me now. I'm getting tired. I need coffee. But there's still nothing open at this part of the airport. But yeah, let's go and go through passport control. So this bit of the terminal is a lot busier than the other bits. Probably has something to do with the Seattle flight just landing. The immigration guy was questioning why I went to Greenland, how long I was there for, what I did, the exact date that I left Iceland, because he said the stamp in my passport didn't look genuine. They stamped it. If it's not genuine, it's their problem, not mine. But he saw that I was tired and just stamped me out of the country and said, next time make sure you know your dates and times. Alright then. But we've got about an hour and 45 minutes now before we can leave. So let's see if we can get some coffee. So I got myself a chia bowl. I don't know how much the damage is. It's the only thing I could eat. Let's check how much it cost on my phone. £11.70. I am hungry. They have no coffee though, so I'm gonna have to wait until we get on the flight for the coffee. But I'm flagging now. I don't know how long it is since I slept. I've also realised what the issue was at immigration too. The stamp of when I entered Iceland to go to Greenland was wrong. The date was a few days before when I actually arrived. So it seems like I'd been in the Schengen zone / Greenland for longer than I had been. I don't know how it's happened, but that eats into my 90 days allowance that you're allowed to travel within the Schengen zone according to my passport. So yeah, I don't know how it happened, but I'm lucky that they've let me go without questioning me too much. But I'm going to eat my chia bowl and hopefully we should be boarding soon. It's getting really busy now in the terminal. So it's nearly time to board the flight to Manchester. Seems to be running on time. But the big question is, can you survive the night in Keflavik Airport without a hotel? Well, you can, but make sure you get here before security closes. Otherwise you end up on the land side, which is just a few metal and wooden benches and nothing else. It was an experience. Would I do it again? Probably. It wasn't that bad, and I've saved hundreds of pounds on what would have been wasted on a hotel. But yeah, thanks for bearing with me. I need to get on board, get home and have some sleep. Please like and subscribe, and there's a lot more to come from somewhere else. Yeah, I'll see you soon if you don't see me first. So made it back on time to Manchester Airport, and all of the trains are cancelled. This trip has gone smoothly until I try to get home from the airport. So I spoke to YouTube and they said you would also like these cool videos from my channel. So please also check these ones out.